Hello and welcome to Hedge Witch Herbarium. This is a tarot reading for people who are either a personality 3, destiny 3, or in a 3 personal year for 2026. And if you want to know to make sure you can get the calculations in the description. So we're going to start with a 3-card Rider-Waite tarot reading. And it's going to be for the week starting the 27th of April and ending on the 3rd of May. So what I do is pull a 3-card reading to see what brought you to here, where you are now, and where you're going. So what's going on for the number 3s? If you're a 3 personality or someone who likes to be the life of the party, or you're very creative, you're very much into communication, you might be very talkative. Maybe you accidentally misrepresent yourself or people take you the wrong way. Sometimes scattered in thoughts and in actions, but very much that popped out. So that's where you are. All right. If you're a 3 destiny, it means a life that's all about communication, expressing yourself. You could be very creative, artistic. Very much the life of the party. You might even have a career in communications. You could be a public figure, who knows. But also, if you're in a 3 personal year, it's a year of creativity, expressing yourself, communication, and much more social, getting out there amongst it. Maybe you're feeling a bit scattered, spreading yourself too thin. So let's look at where we've looked at where you were. So let's look at where you are right now and where you're headed. What will be the outcome for the week? So what we're going to do is start with this is where you were, what brought you to here, and it's interesting because it's the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is usually about, as you can see on the card, celebration, coming together. Usually that represents the 3 graces from Greek mythology, and cups, of course, is emotions. I feel like you've been in a pretty good space, maybe doing a bit of partying or mixing with other people, very creative, rejoicing or celebrating something. Could have been a wedding, could have been an achievement, but in a good space. So let's see where you are now. Oh my God, what a transition we've got from the 3 of Cups until the 5 of Pentacles. So are you feeling at the moment that you're cut off from source, or that you feel like maybe there's some financial problems? The 5 of Pentacles isn't always about poverty. People always freak out, like I used to freak out a lot about the 5 of Pentacles. Sometimes it can mean spiritual impoverishment, and I'm not saying that you're spiritually poor, but maybe you need to spend some more time with gratitude and seeing what you have, that you might feel like you don't have a lot, which is strange because you're coming from a headspace where you were rejoicing in something, or at least celebrating something. I wonder if that was someone else's achievements and you're feeling in comparison. Maybe you shouldn't be comparing yourself to others. But that's the sense I'm getting. We will do a clarification with another deck. I'm going to use an oracle deck called Between Worlds. It's a lovely deck. But with the 5 of Pentacles, it is what you want, or what you think you want is right there behind you, but you don't see it. And gratitude can sometimes help you unearth those things that you already have, or who you already are. The outcome is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is about a little bit of sacrifice. In order to achieve what you need to do some work to unearth the things that you think you don't have. And that's the feeling I'm getting with this whole reading, is like, do you feel like maybe you are comparing yourself a bit with others, and that's why you're feeling a little bit of lack. And of course, as they say with manifestation, it's important to operate from, and this is a lesson I've been learning, operate from a viewpoint of gratitude rather than lack. When you're operating like, oh, I don't have this, or other people have what I want and I don't have it, or it develops this headspace where you're blocked from your achievements, from what you actually have or who you actually are. And with the Hanged Man as an outcome, it's like revelations will come once you sacrifice or spend some time really contemplating and focusing on the task or what you want to achieve. In order to achieve enlightenment, for example, there is a little bit of sacrifice, a sacrifice of your time, a sacrifice of maybe even energy or money. Um, but in order to actually see the light, you do have to step back and say, well, hang on a minute, I am, I do have a roof over my head. I hope you do. Or I have got food in the fridge. I do have friends who can help me. Maybe you're a little harsh on yourself. But like I said before, let's pull a card from the Between Worlds deck, get a message from Spirit, and see what's happening. Is this person, whoever this is, the collective or at least the threes, are they going through a phase where they really feel like, geez, I need more? Maybe it's, again, comparing yourself to others. I'm getting that as a strong message. Stop comparing yourself to other people. When you stop and realize, take some time and hang out like the Hanged Man. Do some introspective meditation and really think about what you do have, and maybe you're even richer than the other people that you're comparing yourself with. I don't know why that keeps popping up, but anyway. So here we go. This might answer the question dissatisfaction from the Between Worlds deck. So let's see what the Spirit is trying to tell you about your headspace. I'm feeling like you're someone, maybe you recently went to a party and thought, geez, look at everybody else, they're achieving so much, what have I done? Again, maybe you're a little bit too hard on yourself. And with the three, it can be a lot of mental activity. Sometimes you just got to sidestep that to have a look back and say, you know what, I'm okay. So the message is materialism, attachment, fears of scarcity. We were just talking about that. A covetous bird guards a stash of coins. There is a hole in the middle that won't be filled here. Are you holding on to something, or is it the idea of the thing and how you will hope it will make you feel? Are you afraid of losing, and what would happen if you just let go? Perhaps release into the uncertainty. The suffering is in the attachment. Interesting message. Let go. Sacrifice is also about surrendering. And I think that does feed into what I was picking up on. You're feeling like you don't have enough, but you actually do. And like it's saying, it's just like the Buddhist saying about attachment. That's the epitome of it. God, why am I stuck for words all of a sudden? When you're grasping for things, you're constantly thinking, operating from that viewpoint of lack. When you stop and take stock of what you've got, you realize you have everything you need and more. So I really do feel that's the message for this week. Just recognize how much you've achieved, who you are, and maybe not be so down on yourself, because you might be looking at others. Maybe you're scrolling a lot, doom scrolling on social media and seeing other people achieving things, doing things, being things. But in essence, you've probably got so much more than them going on. And reserve a lot of that joy for yourself. So I feel like that's a message for you this week. Stop grasping for what you think is important, because You've probably got everything you need right here and now. And if that resonates for you or not, leave a comment, let me know, and if all things go well, I'll do another reading next week. Blessed be.